I do want to clarify too that I know that the black people that are here in the United States now are not African. I know that. The term African American is what the white man has pinned on them. Basically, I feel to try to keep hiding their true identity. They want them to think they're African, so they won't find out who they really are. So I know, and I wanted to clarify that I know the black people here are the true Hebrew Israelites. I know that. So let me just get that out there and clarify that. Also, I want to clarify too that I know Christ is black. I know it. I tried to bring it out in my video. I don't know if I didn't do a good enough job, but I do know that. And I don't think he's a man with a tan. I don't think he's Arab. And I know for sure that he's not a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. So I also wanted to let everybody know I know Christ is black.
What's up YouTube family? Welcome back to my space. This is Evans Rayola. Guys, thank you so much for tuning to watch today's episode. I do not take your support for granted. So guys, today's video is a continuation of the last post that I had posted. So if you hadn't watched that one, it will be difficult for you to connect with this one because these are part 2, of the initial video. So guys, in this video, there's this white lady who was trying to explain why she believes that black folks, especially black Americans, are the real descendants, of the children of Israel. She believes that black Americans are the Hebrew Israelites, in the Bible. And she starts this video by trying to clarify some of the things that she had mentioned. She says that she faced a lot of opposition amongst white folks. Some white folks went on to abuse her because of the things she was trying to teach. She even mentioned that she knows that women in the Bible are not regarded as preachers, are not regarded as teachers. What she was trying to do was just to try and put a point across. So guys, I want you to watch this video as she explains this whole idea of black folks being the original Israelites, the God's chosen people, black Americans to be specific. Once this video is done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch this together, family.
Okay, so I am going to do another little video here, just kind of as an addendum to my other videos. I've been reading all the comments, good and bad, and I just feel like there's a few things maybe I need to clarify, so I just wanted to do that. First of all, I wanted to let you know that I was not trying to teach in my video. I know that the women are not supposed to be teaching. I mean, the Bible says that let the women remain silent in the churches. So when you see these women preachers, I really don't know how they justify that because the Bible's pretty cut and dry. So I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I'm sorry if it came across that way. That's not what I was trying to do. All I was trying to do was just get this information that I've learned out there. So like I said, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. That was not my intention. Like I said, I was trying to get this out there to everybody. And as far as waking up the white race, I'm not sure about that, honestly, because the comments that I have gotten from the white race have been pretty bad. People call me every name in the book, telling me to go kill myself, telling me to get AIDS and die. I mean, that's just the most horrible thing that you can say to any human being. So it's kind of discouraging actually, because I cannot be the only white person on the face of this earth that feels this way. I mean, there's got to be somebody else out there. It's really discouraging and disheartening, because I just don't understand how they can be so racist and have such hatred in their heart. I don't get it. So actually, I would kind of like to apologize for the comments that the white race are saying to my videos, because I didn't intend to bring this kind of stuff out either. When I learned this, something inside of me was pulling at me and was telling me to put this out there. And so I did it because, like I said, something was telling me to do it. So I did. And like I said, as far as waking up the white race, I don't know. Maybe given time, some white people will stumble on my video and they will be just as ignorant as I was, and it'll help wake them up to see the truth. So that's what I'm hoping. So second of all, I do want to clarify too that I know that the black people that are here in the United States now are not African. I know that. The term African American is what the white man has pinned on them. Basically, I feel to try to keep hiding their true identity. They want them to think they're African, so they won't find out who they really are. So I know, and I wanted to clarify that I know the black people here are the true Hebrew Israelites. I know that. So let me just get that out there and clarify that. Also, something interesting that some people may not know is that actually Africans, they don't like the black race that's over here. They don't like them. They hate them. And the only thing that conclusion that I can come to is that because the Africans know that they're the true Hebrew Israelites. They know they're the chosen people of God. So therefore they hate them. That's the only reason, the only conclusion that I can come to. So I just wanted to clarify that I do know that they are not African. Just because the white man got them from the continent that we now know as Africa doesn't make them African. I mean, okay, I live in America, but I'm not American. I mean, it was not my choice to be here, and I don't like it here. Simple. I mean, that's just being honest. So, like I said, just because they were brought from the continent of Africa doesn't make them African. And I wanted to read something. It's from a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. And if you can get this book, I would encourage it because it's really interesting. There's a paragraph, here on page 84. It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. So that shows you right there exactly how the Hebrew Israelites got into Africa. And it just reiterates my point about them not being African just because that's where they were at. And also one other thing is, it's not coming from the Bible, it's coming from the Bible dictionary. And under Ham, it says, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. Now this is the key point. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So anybody who wants to try to say that the black race, they come from Ham, that's not true. That is not true. He was a progenitor of all the other dark races, just not the Hebrew Israelites. Also, I want to clarify too that I know Christ is black. I know it. I tried to bring it out in my video. I don't know if I didn't do a good enough job, but I do know that. And I don't think he's a man with a tan. I don't think he's Arab. And I know for sure that he's not a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. So I also wanted to let everybody know I know Christ is black. So just wanted to get that out there. And lastly, some comments about, oh, just another white girl trying to worm her way in. That's not my intention either. I I'm not trying to come in at the last minute and say, oh, let me grab onto the coattails of the Israelites and maybe I can get in too. It's not going to work that way. What the Most High has prophesied will come to pass. And he has prophesied that I will be a maidservant in the next life. So the Bible says he's never changing. So no matter what I come in and say or do at the last minute, it's not going to change that. He's prophesied I will be a maidservant. That is what I will be. And honestly, I don't care. That is fine. Whatever the Most High sees fit for me is fine with me, as long as the Israelites get their justice. Because, like I said in my last video, if this had happened to the white man, the white people, then they would want justice. You know, it's only fair. White people made them slaves in this life, so the next life, they should get their justice. And so, like I said, what the Most High has in store for me is fine. It's fine, trust me, as long as the Israelites get their justice. So I just wanted to bring that out, and I also want to say thank you to a lot of the Hebrew Israelites that have given me some really good comments, and I just want you to know that that means the world to me. It really does. I appreciate that so much. So I just wanted to put that out there, and thanks for watching my videos.
Family, anytime a conversation is brought up by a white person in the quest of trying to empower the black man, he or she always gets a lot of opposition from his or her white counterparts. Just like this lady in this video, she says the opposition she got after revealing that black folks, that black Americans are actually the original Israelites. You know, she says in this video that she was trying to clarify these issues because she's gotten a lot of opposition. She says, I was not trying to teach. I know the women are not supposed to be teaching. You know what they did for her, because she gave out deep secrets, you know, about our origin as a people, about black Americans. They starting to look for problems. They told her that she's not a teacher. Why is she trying, you know, to talk about these issues? Well, she knows very well that women should not be preachers. She says she knows that, you know, and she was just trying to put a point across. She wasn't trying to teach people. I'm not sure about waking up the white race. These are her words. People have been so negative. She isn't sure that white folks would wake up. I don't understand how they can be so racist and have such negative comments in my videos. Those are her words. In number 2, she said she wants to clarify that she knows black people in the United States are not Africans. It's a term that white men have pinned on them to try and keep hiding their true identity. They want them to think they are African, so they won't find out who they really are. I know that the black people here are the true Hebrew Israelites. Family, that is so deep. She says that many times the white supremacists that's always pinned black folks in America to feel like they are Africans, so that they are able to lose their identity. They want to ensure that these people do not know that they are original Hebrew Israelites. They do not want them to know this, you know. And he says this has always sparked a lot of hate between black folks in Africa and black Americans on whether who are the real Israelites, who are the God's chosen people. You know, and this is actually a goal for the white supremacists. If black folks in the motherland and in diaspora fight over these, you know, these are some of the ways that they manipulate us. She says, and I repeat, that black people in the United States are not Africans. It's a term that white men have pinned on them to try and keep hiding their true identity. They want them to think they're African, so they won't find out who they really are. And the real idea is that the black people in America are actually the true Hebrew Israelites. She also clarifies that she knows that Christ is black, and She says that she does not think that he is Arab. She also does not think that Jesus was a white man. You know, she says, I know for sure that he's not a white man with blue eyes. His hair look like wool. The same hair that you're trying to see on your screens right here. The hair that resembles that of a black person. You know, when we go further to try and talk it from a practical perspective, in Amos 9:7, where Israelites were being compared to Ethiopians. And I quote, this is Amos 9:7, Are ye not as children of Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord. God compares, this is now the interpretation, God compares Israelites to Ethiopians who are known to be black, implying similar physical appearance. I went further to do more research in regards to this same topic, and I found out that the term Black Hebrew Israelites refers to a group of African Americans who believe they are descendants of the ancient Israelites. Let us underline African Americans who believe that they are descendants of the ancient Israelites, the biblical Hebrews. This belief first became organized in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in the United States, particularly after slavery had ended and African Americans were searching for new identities beyond the ones forced on them during enslavement. Here is a basic breakdown. The origins. Around the 1880s to 1900s, figures like Frank Cherry and William Saunders Crowdy began preaching that African Americans were the true descendants of biblical Hebrews. Cherry founded a congregation in Philadelphia and later in New York, claiming to have received a vision that African Americans were the true Israelites. Crowdy, a former slave, also founded a movement called the Church of God and Saints of Christ in 1896, which combined elements of Judaism and Christianity. Black Hebrew Israelites generally believe that the 12 tribes of Israel are composed of black, Hispanic, and Native American people today. Some sects follow Jewish tradition closely, like keeping Sabbath, dietary laws, etc., while others blend Christian teachings to their practices. In the late 20th century, some Black Hebrew Israelites, especially a group led by Ben Israel, moved to Israel, particularly to the city of Dimona, where they still live today as a unique community. It was a response to deep racism. You know, this is an answer to why did the movement actually start. It was actually a response to the deep racism, oppression, and religious exclusion African Americans faced. Many sought to reclaim a lost heritage and dignity by linking themselves to the biblical narrative, seeing themselves as the chosen people. In short, Black Hebrew Israelites movements developed in US among African Americans trying to reconstruct their identity post-slavery, with religious, historical, and political motivations tied to their oppression and a desire to connect with a biblical Israel. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this specific video. Like it so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and I'll be so grateful. Last but not least, kindly do consider subscribing to the channel. We are currently on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and we cannot do it without your support. Share this video widely. Thank you guys, and see you all in our next episode. Goodbye.